What's up? My name is Eric Butler. This channel is called Report and Opine. I am back. And from Fox 5 New York, rapper Cam'ron says he's reinvented himself. And anybody who's around my age probably grew up on Cam'ron, right? With the pink Rover and the pink jacket and the pink Timbs. Kind of a precursor to Kanye West in a couple of ways. And I think this is going to be a pretty good story because now he's doing his sports show with on-again, off-again friend Mace, and it's really quite funny. And I also think that more rappers need to do this. We have a handful of guys, they start getting a little bit older, and they try to go on tour and perform the same songs that they were popular for 20 or 30 years ago, but that market's not there anymore. The new kids don't want to hear it. The people who were fans then are a little bit too old to be going out to rap shows, and this, I think, is a pretty good way to do it. I assume he's going to be promoting this new show with Good Day New York, so let's see what he has to say about his reinvention.
As we continue to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, we have one of Harlem's greatest rappers with us. As a solo artist or as part of Dipset, Cam'ron's contribution to the genre is undeniable. He's hosting the YouTube sports show, It Is What It Is, alongside another great Harlemite, Mace. Cam'ron joining us here for the first time on Good Day New York.
How you doing?
You know, I heard you were coming and that you really
Yo, yeah, I mean, look, Cam looks pretty good, right? He's got a nice suit on. He's not getting all fat and chubby and puffy. Looks pretty good. It seems like he's doing something right.
Get very fresh, and I'm like, what can I wear?
Now listen, you look beautiful.
What can I wear to impress Cam? Because
you're glittering, you're shining. It looks great.
And look at you. This is like, it's a whole new you, Cam.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Cam is serving up the Gen Z Riz right now, the W Riz on Rosanna at this particular point in time.
You got to reinvent yourself when you've been doing this. So look, hip-hop is 50 years old, and I've been doing this 25 years old. So if you don't reinvent yourself, you're going to be looking at a 1997 Cam'ron. But thank you so much.
And now you got a sports show, which is so cool. Now, I know you were into basketball, right?
Absolutely.
So this is perfectly, I can see the pathway here.
Yeah. So what happened is this. They've been coming to me for years to do a podcast and do this type of thing and that type of thing. And I'm like, see, you're better than me. I don't want to talk to people for a living if that's going to make my living. So I'm like, I love sports and I need to be on television. People always offer me things to do on television. So I'm like, let me create my own show, not somebody give me a show, and see how it goes. And it's been really successful so far.
So have you gotten...
And some of the clips are really quite funny. I haven't seen it, you know, beginning to end, but some of the clips floating around Instagram are absolutely hilarious. So he found what works for him.
Into like the reporter interviewer head, because you know sometimes you have to ask questions that are a little sensitive.
No, oh, absolutely. Like, so you know, we're a little edgy on my show, but we just had Lenny Cook on the show. We had Swaggy P on the show. Joe Keeps. No, we had a lot of different former people who are playing and people who retired, but you're absolutely right. I have to get into my journalist bag if I'm going to do this, but it's been going great so far.
Okay, so you didn't mention Ben Gordon, which is trending. Cam, how dare you? You think I don't know about this?
So look, let me explain what happened to Ben Gordon. It's funny, my brother's over here who started this whole thing. So I did a report on Ben Gordon, and I'm not going to talk about Ben. Shout out to Ben. What's up, Ben? And he didn't like it so much, so he tried to get at me, so I got back at him. But it's all fun and games. You know, I love Ben. I got a lot of love for Ben.
You weren't scared what Ben was saying, right?
Not a little bit. Nah, Ben is cool. Like, Ben's my man. It's all fun and games.
So it's all...
At least on my behalf, I think it's all fun and games. I don't have a problem with
So it's settled. It's okay. You've moved on. No sewing needles that we have to worry about from anybody.
You got to ask Ben about the...
All right, so now I personally have to look into the Ben Gordon situation because I don't know what they're talking about, but I assume it's hilarious.
I'm sewing needles. I have nothing to do with the sewing needles, but as far as I'm concerned, it's over with. I love Ben Gordon. If he has a problem with me, hopefully we get on the phone and fix it.
All right, so you haven't talked yet?
Not yet. But we got
So how do you
friends.
know you're good, Cam?
I said I'm good. I don't know if he's good. Now, if we see each other and we not good, then we just got to fix it right then and there. But hopefully that won't happen.
Okay, and that's really the only part of your problems right now, right? I mean, everything else is smooth sailing.
Even that's not even a problem. Trust me, like, we are mutual friends. That's just all internet stuff.
And you and Mace, I mean, you've had your issues here and there.
Yeah.
But everything's cool now?
Yeah, well, you know, what happened with Mace is Mace got me my first record deal ever. So Doing this show, creating this show, and having him be a part of it, it felt like I'm giving back to him for helping me even be an entertainer. I may not have been where I'm at if he didn't take me to Biggie Smalls to get my first.
Yeah, see, so him and Mace had this on again, off again thing, but whatever it is, it looks like they squashed it, and their, for lack of a better term, chemistry on the show is absolutely hilarious, right? And they both come from, playing pretty serious level basketball, if I understand it correctly, right? I think they made a little bit more money in music or some other thing that they may have been into. I don't know, but I think they took basketball pretty serious. And they're young guys, like in the grand scheme, Cam might be like early 40s. They might be like early 40s or something. So it's not like they're not dinosaurs by any stretch of the imagination. And, 20 years ago, they were playing some pretty high level basketball. And it's funny to watch them talk about it now, despite what beef him and, obviously they were homies and then they were beefing and now they're homies again and they have this whole show. And I can almost guarantee that the show will be enough to make sure that even if they're not friends and they don't kick it outside of the show, this will be enough to keep them going, because I believe, I think it's been quite successful so far.
Record deal, they get with Lance Rivera, they go to Rockefeller and sell all these millions of records. So I want to pay him back, and this show hopefully could do that.
And shout out Horse and Carriage, which I think was Cam's big initial hit record that Mace was featured on. So, they did really do that at the time, shout out Harlem.
Oh, that's so nice. And
Right.
50 years of hip hop.
Crazy.
What a wonderful celebration anniversary. And it's
Crazy.
evolved a lot.
Absolutely.
Since you jumped in the game, right?
My first promo was a tape. So it went from tapes to CDs, and now we have streaming, and absolutely evolved. So a lot of people be like, where do you see hip hop in 5 years? I'm like, I don't know, because 5 years ago it isn't like it is now, but to still be a part of it is a blessing. A lot of people get one and done, and you don't have to be around this long. So for me to still be here is dope.
And the youngins,
Yeah.
they're showing respect to you.
Yeah,
Drake, when he came to the Apollo, did he not try to channel a little Cameron?
Drake, first of all, Lil Wayne's my man, so Drake is my man, and Drake's number one in the game, period, whether it's rap, whatever.
I love him.
Yeah.
Could you introduce me to him?
I can't make that promise, but I could put a phone call in and see what we could do.
Okay.
But for him to come up,
She's fangirling out on Drake right now. That's hilarious. She does look good too, because I think she is actually much older than Cam, so she's doing good. Shout out Rosanna.
Apollo and show Dipset love and then wear my jackets, and people don't have to do that. If you come to Apollo, you don't have to call Cam or Dipset or anybody else, especially if you're Drake. But for him to show love like that, much love. And shout out to the whole OVO and everybody up there.
What's going on with your music? Because I hear you're working on a track about your mother, which has got to be an emotional thing because you lost her a few months ago.
Yes. You know what's going on. You're in the loop. I see you're very much in the loop.
So Cam, how's it going? Because I listen, I'm very close with my mom too.
Right.
That's hard.
Nah, it is hard. Basically, what happened to my mother, my mom was fine, and then she gave me a call, said she wasn't feeling good. Went to the hospital January 9th, January 10th, she has stage 4 cancer. So she's home January 8th chilling. January 9th, stage 4 cancer. Died a month later. I took it really hard. So now I'm getting back in the groove, doing my television show, doing my music, and just trying to get the song done with my mom. It's emotional because, of course, I miss my mom, but then you want the song to be perfect. You don't want to feel like you missed out on anything. So it's hard doing that particular song, but I got a lot of music done, but I don't want to put anything out until I get that one particular song done.
Okay, we're counting on you. Can't wait to hear it.
Definitely.
I got the Kleenex all ready for you, Cameron.
Oh man, tell me about it, man. I'll get it done. She wouldn't want me to not get it done, so I'm gonna get it done.
All right, you got a lot going on. Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for having me, man.
It is what it is.
It is what it is on YouTube. Soon get ready to do a deal. We won't say with who yet.
You got somebody?
I got a few. I got a lot of people.
Are you close?
I could have done a deal a month ago, but I just want to weigh my options out, so we'll figure it out.
You got your money socks on, so I hope you got some money out of this.
There you go.
Cameron, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, shout out Cameron. The show, I think, is pretty funny. Again, I haven't seen it from beginning to end, but the clips that are floating around on Instagram are absolutely hilarious. So this is a rare, I shouldn't say rare, but maybe rare for me, upbeat story, I guess. Cameron looking like a fully grown adult. Nice suit, nice tie. Rosanna looks good. You know, shout out his mom. That's super sad, but the show is doing amazing. I don't really know if we need more music from Cameron, right? The whole thing says how he reinvented himself, so maybe you could stick with the television show or the YouTube series, I should say. The sports talk is hilarious. You get some good guests on there. And, you know, look, man, as much as all of those things are great, I don't know if your music audience is still around. Of course, there's going to be some guys in Harlem wearing Timbs who are still going to be listening to this, but that ship is sailed, bro. You can get more people in with the sports show, in my humble opinion. Obviously, I'm no expert on any of it, but I think the reinvention should maybe leave the music behind. I don't know if anybody else needs to hear it at that point. And I'm not saying, like, Cameron was dope. I mean, I had his album when we were still doing CDs. I don't know anything about this tapes he's talking about. That's a long time ago. But I remember we still had CDs, and I had some of those. So shout out to Cam. Shout out to the Is What It Is show. Shout out to Rosanna, who looks pretty good. And Fox 5 New York for doing a decent story that's not a completely fake news bias hack job like most of the other local news outlets do. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe.